Hi and welcome to Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and this video we're looking at the latest news regarding Darth Maul, or lack thereof, in the new Disney Star Wars episodes of Obi-Wan. The series was originally scheduled to have Darth Maul in it, but due to rewrites he was cut entirely and they went with a different baddie. But we've got a piece here from the Hollywood Reporter, which I think we'll have a look at and look at some depth. I'm not sure how people would react. Would we prefer Darth Maul? I think ultimately Maul was cool. So yeah, let's have a look and see where we're going with it. So here we are, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Darth Maul scenes cut, Luke Skywalker replaced during creative overhaul. Because yes, we were originally due to get both Darth Maul and Luke Skywalker, but creative changes as the process was ongoing led to them both being cut. Well, technically, Luke is still in it, but it's Luke as a small boy, not adult Luke. But Ray Park, I'm afraid, has gone. So we'll have a look at why. So after the headline, you got that first line, which is mauled. Oh, very good. Ray Park, who originated the character with The Phantom Menace, was expected to reprise as the character, but then was written out according to multiple sources. So Obi-Wan Kenobi will include plenty of familiar faces when it debuts on May the 25th. It's a bad choice of dates, isn't it? I mean, seriously, May the 4th. But one Star Wars fan favourite will be noticeably missing. Darth Maul, a chief antagonist of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan, who first appeared in The Phantom Menace, is not expected to appear in the series. But sources tell The Hollywood Reporter not only was the Sith Lord initially slated to return to the live-action Disney Plus series as a key villain, actor Ray Park was in active prep to reprise Maul. Yeah, I mean, because you can't just walk on. I mean, he's got to get up to speed again with terms of fitness, with choreography and things, because you've got to remember it's 20 odd years ago, and I don't care how good he was then, unless he's been keeping up on a fairly regular basis, he'll have turned a little bit, older. Let's just be kind. That, however, was before those scenes were scrapped, amid a creative overhaul that ultimately saw other antagonists, including Darth Vader, added to the show. Personally, don't think Vader should be in there. I think Vader's last meeting with Obi-Wan should have been when Obi-Wan cut him, shivved him, left him burning on the hot beach. That should have been the last time. But apparently they're going to have another meet. But hey, I think it's wrong, but I'm not in charge. So, Hossein Amini was the original writer who worked with director Deborah Chow on the 6-episode series. And while it was reported that pre-production paused in early 2020 because Lucasfilm became unhappy with the scripts, the pause process was a little more layered. According to sources, Chow showed scripts to Filoni and Favreau, who were coming off the success of The Mandalorian, freshly launched in November 19, and deep into working on Season 2. Sources note that Filoni and Favreau were concerned about Obi-Wan covering similar ground as The Mandalorian, the lone wolf and cub-like story of Kenobi coming out of hiding to protect a child-aged Luke Skywalker. Maul was one of the villains who would participate in the hunt for the pair. Vader was nowhere to be found in this faraway galaxy at this stage, according to those with knowledge of the project. Also, Filoni and Favreau pushed Chow and the show to go bigger, according to several sources. In any case, those concerns made their way to Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy, who pressed the pause button. Because she can't have anything that's successful, because she wants to completely destroy anything that is old Star Wars. And old Star Wars would be Vader, Darth Maul, Luke Skywalker, you name it. If it's old Star Wars, she's going to kill it. But then obviously, should we say, things have moved along since then. She's been elbowed sort of out of the picture. So, they've kind of got some of the old Star Wars back, we hope. But then when you watch the trailer, you know it's going to be a bait and switch. You know this is not going to be an Obi-Wan show. This is going to be somebody else's show. Somebody else who is not a white male. From all you can see in that trailer, there's very little Obi-Wan in this show. But it is unclear how far along in the process things unspooled. A search for an actor to play young Skywalker was undertaken. A boy was chosen, but no scenes with him were shot. As far as Park's Maul goes, the picture is more cloudy. One source says Park was on set for pre-production and was also involved in stunt training. The source says footage of Park may have been shot, although another source said it could have been test footage. Whatever the case, Park was back as Maul, or so he believed. In the overhaul, however, Maul was written out. One source says it was Filoni that conceptually keyed in for a way to Vader to be brought back as the big bad, with the Grand Inquisitor, a character made popular by Filoni in the animated series Star Wars Rebels, also put into the story. A Lucasfilm source contradicted that account, saying Maul was never intended to return for the series. So, yeah, I mean, it's all going to be rumour, smoke and mirrors here. But I think, personally, I would have liked to have seen Maul come back. The overhaul also caused a brand new search for a young Skywalker, and a new actor was picked. THR has learned that the new Luke is Grant Feely, whose only credit, according to IMDb, is an episode of Creepshow. So this is a hell of a thing to go for an actor that's a young lad who's never really had any kind of exposure to going into being Luke Skywalker. And I hope they look after him, because when you see what happened before to Jake Lloyd, it kind of messed with Jake Lloyd, and I hope they look after this young lad. But moving on. Maul stands as one of the more popular villains in Star Wars lore. Yes, he does. Absolutely agree. Appearing in the animated series, including Clone Wars and Rebels, which depicted the final battle between Maul and Kenobi. Maul and Park returned to live action for a cameo in Solo, a Star Wars story that suggested that there was more for the actor to do in the galaxy far, far away. Solo bombed, scuttling those plans. I actually still quite like the film. I know a lot of people kind of moan about it, but I can watch it, you know. Anyway. But fans soon speculated that he could appear in Obi-Wan, given that Maul was responsible for the death of Obi-Wan's master, Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon Jinn. The first trailer for Obi-Wan launched March 9th and gave viewers a look at McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as a glimpse of a young Luke Skywalker and Uncle Lars, played by Joel Edgerton. One of its key pieces of music, John Williams' classic score, including Duel of the Fates, which was used during the Maul-centric lightsaber duel in 1999's Phantom Menace, and saw Maul meet his match at the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that's basically the piece. So, yeah, he was originally written in, and then they decided that he wasn't going to be written in anymore, and they'll go with Vader. I think that's a mistake. I think I would prefer Maul. I think Vader should not be in it. Vader should have been left burning, as I say, in pieces. That should have been the last time that Vader and Obi-Wan met, until they were on the Death Star. I don't know what you think. Tell me in the comments. But I'm going to come up now and we'll round this short one off. Yeah, so I think it's quite interesting that the original plan was to get Maul back, and I think that would have been very popular with fans. Why they went with Vader, we can only speculate. We can't possibly work out the inner machinations of Favreau's mind. Maybe it's because he thought he's a big name. If we get him back, you know, it's something we can use. I just think it's a mistake. It's like Jaws. The danger is in the threat, not in the observance. When you hear the music and you get in the glimpse and the shark eye view, it's much more frightening than the big rubber shark at the end of the film. And for them who don't know, there it is. Great film, but yeah, keep your candle covered. Don't use Vader at every opportunity. Anyway, I don't know what they're going to do because I don't think it'll be successful. I think Obi-Wan is going to be a dumpster fire. I think it's bait and switch. I think it will bomb. I think Ewan McGregor will have been in about 20% of it, maybe. I don't think he's the star. We shall wait and see. I shall watch it and I shall review it. And I shall be very, very strict with my reviews because everything I've looked at with Star Wars from Disney has been a steaming turd. And I don't see this being any different. With one shining example of not being a steaming turd. And that was The Mandalorian. But was it as good as we think? Or was it just coming from a very low base? I enjoyed it, but you know, it was nice to see Luke back, proper Luke, green lightsaber, kick ass. But everything else, I mean, it's been rubbish, hasn't it? But anyway, we shall see. It's coming out in a couple of months. I will definitely be watching it. I mean, there's no doubt I'll be watching it, and I will be reviewing it, as I say. But I don't hold out much hope. This is not episode 4. I don't have a new hope. Sorry about that. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications of new content, leave a like, leave a share, leave a comment. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, goodbye.